welcome to Sull Live. I'm Richard, and surprise guest, I was Tiffany. How are you doing,
Hey,
Tiffany?
I'm good. I don't know what's going on with my picture though.
Well, it looks, yeah, I don't know either. But
That's crazy.
today I'm discussing the first Spider-Man film from 2002.
Oh gosh. I was
So,
looking at that. I was like, I get the names of the guys mixed up. The last Spider-Man, not the last one that was with all three of the Spider-Man mans on it. The
man,
last one, huh?
never mind, go ahead.
I can't remember that guy's name. He's so precious. It's not. I don't know. I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. But yeah, okay. That was with the guy from that 70 show. Is that on part one? That guy?
The who? The which one?
The guy that's on part one, is that the guy from that 70 show? 'Cause I'm terrible with names.
Well, he's a couple of pictures away, a couple of films away. He's not in this one. So we don't have to worry
Oh,
about him right now. We don't have to worry about Venom at this time. We just have to worry about the Green Goblin. And the reason I'm doing the Spider-Man and it's Spideypalooza is that starting tomorrow, Monday, and every Monday thereafter at Cinemark, we're re-releasing the Spider-Man films up until June 3rd as a way to celebrate Columbia Pictures Centennial. And so I guess Sony got it in their heads to do it. So that's where we are. That's why I'm doing it. This film opened in 2002, May 3rd, which would have been a free comic book day weekend. I don't know if you're familiar with Free Comic Book Day or not, Tiff. Are you?
no, I am not.
Shame on you. Shame on you. But no. But back then, probably not many people did, since this kind of pulp culture was, well, the X-Men had came out in the late 90s. So things were starting to roll. Spider-Man, a Spider-Man movie had been in production since 1975. And
Wow.
then it finally got released, and they finally got one made and done in 2002. Uh, a lot of things were cleared for Sony and Columbia in 1998. A lot of things were in their favor. At that time, Marvel Comics was not owned by Disney, so at that time, believe it or not, they were going through bankruptcy. So Sony or Columbia was able to pick up the rights to Spider-Man for $7 million. So so the see, well, Tiff got disappeared again. But anyway, well, that $7 million a good investment. Let's see, they bought the licensing for $7 million. The So the total budget was $139 million. Let's see, it grossed on that first run $825 million. Yeah, so I think it was a pretty good investment for them to make. Uh, it was the first film to make $100 million the first weekend. Spider-Man. It opened gangbusters, and people have been waiting for the Spider-Man movie for a long time, and it was a long time coming. I mean, maybe not the general public was waiting for the film, but everyone that was in the comic books, they knew that they were waiting for this film. I mean, this was a very anticipated film. Did you see this film in the theaters, Tiff?
I'm more of a wait until it comes out and watch it at home kind of person.
All
So
right, so
no, I didn't see it in the movies,
you did not. Well,
but
I
I've
did.
seen it.
I did. I went opening night last minute, and I lived in a small town, so there was real. I mean, the theater had a lot of people in it, but it wasn't like lines like it would be in a big city. And
Yeah. Okay.
at that time, that's when I bought this Spider-Man shirt right here. See, I bought this shirt back then. So
Oh
this
my
shirt,
gosh.
so this shirt is 22 years old. Oh,
You
I should.
must be doing something right with the washing.
I need to wash it. I don't think maybe I haven't washed it since then. I don't know. I
Oh
have.
my God, I was about to make a joke about that.
No, I've watched it, but I've had it that long though. I mean, yeah. I mean, it hasn't really faded. I mean, I don't wear it often. I did wear it when I had a comic book show earlier for YouTube a couple of years ago. We reviewed comics and movies and stuff of that nature. But still, I don't know how much it cost me, but you know, 22 years old, and I have a lot of things that are 22 years old that look like that have not aged well. I'm one of them, so that's something to say. So this film, as you saw in the credits, I don't know who he played this in, but I mean, Tobey Maguire did a pretty good job playing Peter Parker. Uh, Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane.
Okay, that's I know that guy. Okay, it's that's the one you're talking about.
Yep. And do you know? And J.K. Simmons did play J. Jonah Jameson and hit that character on the nail. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he played a perfect J. Jonah Jameson. Maybe a little. Well, I don't know. You can say at times maybe never. I wasn't over the top. He did it. It was awesome. He kind of made the film. I mean, he's mostly the comic relief too. I mean, was J.K. Simmons J. Jonah Jameson, the newspaper publisher. So that was always cool. And Willem Dafoe played the Green Goblin. So and so you know who Willem Dafoe is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he played the Green Goblin, and he's always a popular villain. Here, let me show you real quick. There he is. Willem, I have William for some reason. I don't know what the hell was doing there. I must have been very tired when I did that. But the Green Goblin spelled his name wrong. I hope he doesn't see that. He won't. I mean, you did. So don't tell on me. Don't tell on me. I don't want you doing that.
I'm sure he wouldn't have anything to. He
So,
has something better to do than talk to me.
yeah. So
Give me 1 second, okay?
yeah, whatever you need to do. You know. So Willem Dafoe played the Green Goblin. Other. So here's a difference. There's the movie costume there, and then of course there's the comic book version, and that drawing is done by Steve Ditko, and so you can see the big difference between the two costumes, but you know. I mean, it wouldn't look too bad, but when you see it from the side and you see that he had this kind of alien type head going on, a jalapeno, that some called him, that Green Goblin, that was pretty decent. But Willem Dafoe did a good job going between the two characters because the he took that formula and it changed him, and he had two sides. He had the Goblin evil side and plus his Norman Osborn side, and he was able to pull that off all by himself in the same scene. So he was really good, and he had that wicked laugh, and that was awesome for that. And so, and real quick here, what I'm going to say too is this movie took characters from Amazing Fantasy 15 to issue 41, and put them all into one movie, kind of. Some were missing, some weren't there, but all these characters did not show up in this all the time. And Mary Jane was not his neighbor, but now you know who Kirsten Dunst is. I mean, she was in
Yes.
Interview with a Vampire, and she still has a good career.
Yes, she was. Yeah, she was on. Yeah, I know about that one. She was precious on that one, and on
Did you see her when she had Fargo, the TV series?
I'm sorry.
Fargo, the TV series. Yeah, I think she did season 2 or 3. But
No, I didn't see that. I saw her in another movie. I can't remember it.
but
Where they play Jumanji.
But she's been in a lot
She's
of
in Jumanji.
Yeah, but her career has been. But I think she was 11 when she did Interview with a Vampire.
I don't know, but I know that was a
yeah. Well,
that was a movie.
Oh, I mean, I have to say movie because of the TV series on AMC that they are doing. So I have to make sure I specify movie. But that was that. And then I mean, I guess Tobey Maguire. I mean, I first became aware of Toby when he did Pleasantville, the movie there. So
Yeah,
with
I love that movie.
with Weatherspoon, right? I can't remember her
Reese. Yeah,
Witherspoon. So before
yeah.
she did Legally Blonde. So and I think she had a movie in between those two. I'm not quite sure. But well, thanks for joining me, Tiff. I thought I was going to be here all by myself. I could, so
Well, I felt bad because I know I just got overwhelmed this week, and I was off social media for like 3 or 4 days. And then I remembered, oh my God, I was supposed to do a podcast with you for joke night or something. And I
yeah.
thought this was it. I was like, oh gosh, I
No.
did I?
I would have told you if this was it. This is I do this show every Sunday, so and I review a different film or something. But we can still tell jokes. I mean, just me being here is a joke. So I mean, I'm off to a good start. So there you go.
Uh,
So
I'm outside on my swing, and I hear dogs barking in my
yeah,
background.
well, you know, well,
Now I
yeah.
wish my sister would come on, but I think she's busy. I think they're going to buy another house or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So she's
but
gonna get a new place. Your sister? What's her name again? I keep forgetting your sister's name.
you can't remember Angel.
Yeah, Angel. That's right. Well, the only
That's her
angel
real name, Angel.
I know a couple angels. One's a female, and then and one's a vampire. So I mean,
Oh, yeah, Angel the Vampire. That's where I saw Christian Kane for the first time, which put me on social media, which put me to meet the Ark and to meet you guys.
yeah,
So if it hadn't been for Angel, I wouldn't even know you.
yeah, true.
That's funny.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
people.
yeah,
Yeah, we were young, huh?
she's gonna. So she's gonna buy another house in Colorado.
Maybe. I think
Hmm.
she's thinking about it, but I wanted to move to Oklahoma, but right now I'm
Make up
not
your
able
mind.
to. So. I know. I didn't want to live in
Well,
Colorado for forever.
first you got to find a way to get out of Mississippi because you've been trapped there for decades.
Well over a year.
Yeah, yeah,
It's driving me crazy.
yeah. Well, I thought you were free a few months ago, and then all of a sudden you said you couldn't leave.
Yeah, it was, but something came up, and I couldn't leave. But
You see, like
I,
you were so close. You're almost out the door. I think. Weren't you, I
I
bet
know
you're.
it was. I mean, I was literally the day before leaving. I was literally the day before.
Yeah. Well,
I
I
mean,
bet your
that's
bags were packed and ready to go, weren't they?
yeah, I did. I was gonna just take one bag, and I was donating all of my other stuff because I was just gonna take one carry on and one thing, and just buy new stuff when I got there.
Right.
But no, with my son being in the army too, I don't know where they're gonna end up. So I'm hoping he'll end up having to come to the south, and then they'll need me.
Yeah.
So I'll just push wherever they go. I just don't like the summers in the deep south. It's just really humid.
True. That is true. So let's see. Uh, what was that? Well, what did I want to? Well, I hope you do get to escape Mississippi before Brett Favre gets you. So
Who?
don't want Brett Favre doing something. Uh,
Brett Favre, wasn't he a football player?
yeah, very good. Yeah, he was a. That was a while ago. Now he's well,
That was when I was watching the Cowboys and all them.
he didn't play for the Cowboys, so that's
I know. I'm just saying that's when I was watching the Cowboys and stuff.
yeah. So yeah, as you know, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So when he gets bitten by a radioactive spider, which is that was a thing back in the '60s, whether with the atomic age, radioactivity caused everything. You all kinds of all the monster movies, bore that in mind. So and Spider-Man. Okay, now Peter Parker is supposed to be a genius, a real smart kid. You know what I'm saying? He's really really
Yeah.
smart. But in this Peter Parker in this movie is not. There's really nothing spectacular about him except that he can sew because he made his own costume. He was good with a thread and needles, but still, because this Peter Parker, this Spider-Man did not make his own web fluid or his web shooters because his webbing came built in from the spider. Remember that?
Yeah.
He would press his little palm here and the web would shoot out of his wrist.
Yeah. That's been a
So,
while.
I'm just saying things that might jar your memory, yeah, but maybe not. And people kind of complained about that too, saying, "Well, he had his organic web." And I keep thinking, think about it. If Peter Parker didn't know that he was bitten by a spider, and he woke up with some power where he can stick to a wall, he would just think he could name himself anything, any insect at all, because the only thing is, but so him having webbing was the only way that was the only thing spidery that he had, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of made sense, and it didn't bother me. I mean, a lot of other things in the movie that bothered me too, but that I could live with. It kind of made sense. I mean, if you're going to have power, it says they have the powers of a spider, and how can you have powers of a spider without webbing, right? That's how.
Right.
But still, he was a normal kid, and he was it was pretty decent. Uh, his first costume. You have a picture of his. I don't know if I have a picture of his makeshift costume before he sewed his fancy one. Before he went to wrestle in the wrestling. I guess I don't have it, but I somewhere else. But anyway, he well yeah he went to remember the wrestling match he had. Maybe not. But Bruce Campbell should jar your memory. There's Bruce Campbell.
Oh my gosh.
And he was the announcer. So, and that's after he got bitten by the spider and he made this makeshift thing. But anyway, because he got bitten, and of course Peter Parker. It always starts out with, I guess, let's go back. The movie, he's being picked on. Everybody's picking on him. Even the bus driver picks on him by not stopping to pick him up at the bus stop and just keeps driving until Mary Jane tells him to stop. So the school what bullied him was the school bully. One of the school bully. He bullied Peter Parker. And that's the thing too, is that in the comics, Parker didn't take any of his shit.
Yeah.
Parker, if Flash would say something smart to him, Peter had something always had a retort, or even Peter would even start first. Sometimes Peter was the bully, and I've read that some people have accused Peter Parker of being the bully to Flash and some others, but because he always had something to say. But I guess to make you feel for the character in the movie, they made him this lowly. I mean, he was alone a lot in the comics. That's made him get picked on because he's always alone, and he was an egghead, as you would say. And Flash was the BMOC, big man on campus. How's that from 50s, 60s lingo there? Big man on campus. Yeah. So that was.
I need to go back and watch part 1 again.
Yeah.
I need to actually go back and rewatch all of them, but especially the last one, where all the Peter Parkers come into the same dimension or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'll be doing number 2. I'll be doing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 next Sunday. You don't got to watch them all in a week.
Okay.
Unless you want to go to a Cinemark theater near you and just start watching them every week. But tomorrow will be the first one.
Well, I think I could pull them up. I could probably pull them up on Freebie or something. I don't know. I usually find some of my friends that are directors' movies on Tubi. I tell them, hey, this movie's over here.
I will tell you.
But I might be able to find it. I don't know. If not, I'll see if anything's going on to watch it. I do want to rewatch them.
I don't know if they're on free. Probably not. But
Probably not.
I do know that the current.
Every once in a while, they'll surprise me with something.
Yeah, I do know that Tobey Maguire's are on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yep, and
Okay.
and the next one with that Andrew Dice or that Andrew guy are on Netflix. And then
Okay, I have Netflix.
and the rest are still on Max. No, Disney. I'm sorry, Disney. Max would have been Batman. I'm sorry. So, but I do know that.
Oh, well, you need to have a let's go off on this Batman issue one night, or take a break and let's go off on Batman for a minute.
Yeah, but
I'm so mad about that.
But I'm just saying that, yeah, because Max and Warner Brothers and and that's but Disney is Marvel, so it'd be on the Disney Channel. But like I said,
yeah, I'm a huge Marvel.
So I don't know if you have Peacock or not, but that's where these are setting are at right now. And then the one with Andrew or the next two are on like I said, Netflix. So they're kind of spread out. They're all kind of spread out right now. Or you can watch. I'm sure you can still watch them all on Disney if you had wanted to.
I have it in Colorado, but I don't have Disney here. I don't really need Disney here.
Okay.
I have everything there.
So
God, it feels like forever.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that this I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't like that Mary Jane was next door, because Mary Jane was never his next door neighbor.
Yeah.
So that was a pet peeve. I would have rather have seen Gwen than Mary Jane at this point in juncture. But it's a movie, so we don't have time to screw around. I mean, it's not like it's a TV series like Smallville where you can just gradually bring people in.
Yeah.
So, but this is a movie.
I love Smallville.
So you hurry it up and do what you can. So, and in case you were wondering, I think you were, this is how Mary Jane looked in the comics. So, and that's her aunt. She lived with her aunt. So that was the first appearance where you saw her. So
what year is that?
That's Jesus Christ. 60, I don't know. 60s, mid 60s.
In the 60s. Okay.
Issue 41. 60s. I don't know. You think I would know that offhand, but I don't. You caught me. You caught me good.
That question you don't know.
You got me good on that one. Jeez.
Now you have to look.
And this is this is Kirsten as Mary Jane.
She's so precious.
Yeah, of course she's not a real redhead. So she's a blonde.
Okay, that guy was on. Yeah, okay. There's another guy that played on one that when the Marvel crew they all get together.
Yeah.
All of them. Gosh, I'm having a forgetting moment. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me. Let's just move on.
Yeah, that sounds like you having a blonde moment.
Iron Man. I was having a brain fart. Iron Man. He brings in. Okay, Iron Man brings in a kid to be Spider-Man. Do you remember that?
Okay. Yeah, that's not.
I can't remember that guy.
What's his name? Holland.
Yeah, I think that one is such a precious one.
A precious one.
He's so precious. Yeah, he's precious.
Precious, huh? Okay.
I'm too old to say cute. He's too young for me to say cute.
Yeah,
I don't think people my kids' age are cute.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but he's okay. And so, well, there's been, but that's a way off too until we get to his run. But right now we got to get through Maguire, which is, some liked him, some didn't. I didn't have a problem with him playing Spider-Man. At this point in Junction, you remember, I had been waiting to see a Spider-Man movie for 20 years. So I didn't. For me, it was like I was just happy to be in a movie theater watching a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I complain later, but at the time, like, finally, right? Yeah, I've been waiting. So
Yeah.
it's so yeah, it because we kept hearing these stories throughout the 80s and 90s. Spider-Man's coming, and you'd hear it, and nothing would happen. So it's or in the 70s even, and
Oh my.
even Stan Lee in his soapbox in 1978 said Spider-Man movie's coming very soon. So I guess 22 or 24 years later to him is very soon. So I don't. So but still, and also he did make one of his cameos in this movie too. So Stan Lee. So this might
Yeah. Everybody loves Stanley.
I don't think I think this was his first. I don't think he was in the X-Men movies, but he wasn't. So this might have been his first cameo in a Marvel movie. I don't remember seeing him stick his head up in the X-Men movies that came out earlier. So and your neighbor kids are running around. So
Yes, kids want to be outside playing.
they're
Over
running
on the trampoline next door.
they're running around barefoot in their overalls, aren't they? Just
Don't even go there.
you know.
No, they're just wearing shorts, running around playing.
Yep, I'm sure one of them's trying to get the other kids to paint the fence for him. So that'll.
No,
So anyway,
kids are turds.
yeah, yeah. James Franco played Norman's Osborn's son Harry. Harry did no shape and form go to high school with Peter Parker. I mean, he was part of the 1%ers, and I don't think there's any way, shape, or form that Norman would let his son go to a public school just because he didn't want to go to the 1% parties and tell
Hey.
Bill his son's going to public school, right? So I mean, you can't have that. But like I said, they're putting them all together, and I don't know. So it was interesting. I mean, Franco did a good job as Harry Osborn, but it was just kind of he did a pretty. But Franco, before he had all his troubles, he did a good job in that movie. But Harry had red hair too, so but he was introduced later on, and then later on became a drug addict and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it was. So I mean, the acting overall in the whole movie was good. The script was, it was well done. Raimi did a good directing job, and when he was going in to interview to be the director with Sony, he was told that they had 18 people they would rather have than him direct the film.
Oh my.
So when he had the meeting, he said he only had an hour. He did his hour talking about how much of a Spider-Man fan he was growing up. Looked at his watch, saw the hour was up, and left. And the people sitting there didn't know where the hell he was going because they seemed to be enthralled by what he was saying. And as you know, Sam Raimi did turn out to be the director of these movies. So
I did not know that.
yeah,
That's
yep.
cool.
So he got it, and the rest is history. And like I said, there were directors. James Cameron was attached to it early on as being a director, but then that fell away. So I mean, like I said, this film has been in development since 1975 before it finally hit in 2020, 2002, 2022. Yeah, right. 20. Yeah. So it's been a lot of things a lot of hurdles had to be overcome before Sony was able to get their hands on it. And also you got plus, so it came out, made big money. Everybody was happy. Everybody got rich. So, and it had an all-star cast. And of course you can't go wrong with Bruce Campbell. No matter what, even his small role.
God.
Even that small role he had, he stole the show, right? I mean, he stole the scene just with those.
Oh my gosh. I just watched it maybe not long ago with him in it.
his 30 seconds of screen time was enough for, in each of the movies he had like this real bit part, but yet you knew he was there. His presence was felt. Being that wrestling announcer when he was, yeah, he was wrestling. The wrestler was Bonesaw McGraw, I believe. And the prize money was $3,000, which Peter wanted to buy a car because at the time Mary Jane was dating Flash, and he just got a new car for early graduation or something. So he won $3,000. He won, but the promoter only gave him $100, saying he didn't spend 3 minutes, but the fighter just stood there for 2 minutes, so he only got $100. Now, the thing about the $100 is that how much Peter Parker won in the comic book from Hulk Hogan. I mean, from Crusher Hogan. He got $100. That was the top prize then. And I think when I did the conversion, that was still like $1,000 back then in 1962.
Oh my gosh!
That was a little Easter egg there for him winning a three minutes with Crusher, and where Maguire had to spend 3 minutes to get 3,000. And so that was one of those things that I noticed when you watch it, when you pick things up like that. I guess they call them Easter eggs or what have you. So, and so I really liked the movie. The Green Goblin was going on a vendetta. He lost. They kicked him out of his company, Oscorp. There was no Oscorp back in the day, but there became a thing later. But he had his own company. He was a rich man. So he has little pumpkin bombs. It's kind of funny. If you watch it, even back then when you watched some of the CGI, what they did with Spider-Man swinging through the buildings was kind of jerky.
Yeah.
So you could really tell that, they were kind of still struggling with getting the human form to swing through buildings. I mean, right now, today it just seems like nothing to it. It's like you can't even tell anything. It just seems so smooth. But back then you can still kind of tell, okay, that looks really, but, still in the infancy. We're still 9 years away from Jurassic Park with the dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh!
Remember the dinosaurs?
Oh my God, man! I can't watch any other dinosaur movie except for people that come out with the Jurassic Parks. Those are just freaking amazing. 16 when the first one came out. I went to the movies and saw that one. Yeah, so it was. My eyes were wide. My mouth was up. I was like, "Oh my God, that was amazing."
Well, Jurassic Park started the whole thing about using CGI, really getting it to start up in the movies, because, you watch that.
That came out in 93?
Yep, 93. Yeah. When you're watching that movie and you're looking up and thinking, that looks real. How did that happen?
Yeah, I did. I was in awe the whole time. I'd have watched it like a million times.
Yeah,
watched all of them. So
it was a crazy ride, Jurassic Park, because you're sitting there looking at these dinosaurs. Some of them were kind of robotic, but a lot of them were also CGI. So you couldn't, but still you couldn't tell. It was a great movie too. It was a fun movie to watch.
Yes, it was.
So
I was gonna say is because I'll probably go watch all of them again.
You got a lot of movies you want to watch.
6 of them now, don't
you? You got Spider-Man and Jurassic Parks. You're going to be a busy woman.
I was about to say I love my zombies and dinosaurs. Those are my movies.
And spiders.
And spiders. Spider-Man. I like that on the Green Lantern. I was watching that a lot. I like that one.
Yeah.
But I'm mad about Batman. Who does he think he is trying to kill Superman? I just have to say that right now real quick. I was very upset.
About what?
Batman killed, didn't he kill Superman?
Oh, well, yeah, that was vice versa. Well.
Wait, what?
No, you're right. In the movie, that did happen, but in the
How
animated
could they
movie, in the animated movie, Batman died and came back.
Well,
So
that's how it needs to
the
be.
movie, but yeah, you're right. Ben Affleck killed Cavell. So yeah, you're
I
right.
don't like him. Yeah.
Which one? You don't like Ben
I don't
Affleck?
like benefit. No.
You don't like him?
No, it's personal stuff that I don't like about him.
Uh, well,
I mean, I mean, it's not like personal. I mean, I don't know him. I'm just saying, he left his wife and all that stuff to go off. And, yeah, I don't
yeah,
like people like that.
he's well. Everybody has their baggage, but
Oh, that's true.
he seems to still be happy with J Lo though. So
Yeah, I guess he found his mate. I mean, no offense to her or anything. I don't know. That's how I feel
oh
about
yeah.
Brad Pitt too.
Hmm.
Oh God, we're talking about Hollywood stars now. We're
Yeah,
way away from Spider Man.
yeah. Well, I don't mind Brad Pitt. I mean Brad Pitt. Well, yeah,
I
Brad
mean,
Pitt. But I was going to say Ben Affleck. I was going to say I don't mind Ben Affleck. He does. I watched few. I like. I've seen a few of his movies, a lot of his movies. So you know,
I used to like him. I mean, he's a great actor, but some things just rub me the wrong way, and I won't like somebody for it.
yeah. Well,
That's
it's
the
like
price you have to.
to me, if Ben Affleck is going to be Batman, and I've been saying this ever since he started playing Batman, is that Matt Damon needs to be his Robin.
Oh yeah,
That
I
would be
love Matt Damon now. I
that,
love him.
that would be your ultimate team there. I don't think you know. I just think it'd be funny. I'm not serious. I think it'd be funny, because they always do movies.
Actually, it would.
I
Yeah,
just
no,
think,
that's how I met them. They were on a movie together. The first one they were on together. I think that's when they both came to Hollywood or went to Hollywood or whatever.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying they always, they do movies, so why not do Batman and Robin together? Even though Matt Damon would be an old Robin, so you couldn't make any of those pedophile jokes you could with uh, Adam West and Burt Ward, but still, it'd be funny. But
Mm.
so the do Green Goblin is he turns evil. Uh, he kills the board with the pumpkin bomb on the balcony, and then Spider Man starts fighting him there. And then, of course, he gets away, and then Mary Jane's in trouble. So Peter Parker, or Spider Man, saves Mary Jane, and then Mary Jane kind of gets a crush on Spider Man, the hero. So I thought that was kind of cool. One of those hero things. You saved my life. Now I have a crush, and so this is after after he saved her and Spider Man and Mary Jane. Isn't that sweet? That's so special. That is so special.
So
Yeah.
special.
Yep. And of
Well,
course, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I need to get off because I've got something that I've got to do. I didn't know what this podcast was, and I wanted to just drop in and say hey, and let me know when you want to do joke night
Yeah,
or whatever, or
that's
just
a
talk stupid night. Talk
that's
stupid night. Yeah, there we go.
that's a likely excuse. But if you need to go
Huh?
and if you need to go and do whatever you do in Mississippi, you know,
Well, I'm gonna go shooting. How about that?
you're gonna do what?
Go shooting.
Oh,
I
shooting.
bought a
Well,
new,
you could do that
yeah,
anyway.
bought a new gun.
Well, that's just not. Yeah. What are you gonna
Yeah,
shoot?
us Southerners we shoot a lot. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
All
Oh,
right.
I'm not going shooting today. I'm gonna go this week though. To firing range. I just bought a new gun, so I am gonna go this week
But
do that.
what are you gonna do now that you're leaving?
I've got to attend to some personal things.
Personal things. Oh.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, I do have a life. Oh, I did became an administrator of another group, and so I've got so many groups that I'm doing stuff with. Might be torn also so many different ways. I get mentally tired. I just drop off Facebook for a few days just so I can rest mentally.
Okay. Well.
That's
Good
kind
luck.
of this kind of time right now before it gets dark.
Well, good luck with that. I hope that that all turns out well. You get plenty of rest and you go shooting and don't and have fun doing that.
I
So,
play zombies. I mean, this is so funny. I'll tell you this real quick. But when I go shooting, I use the targets as zombies and I shoot their heads off. And
well,
I'll use that same target over and over again. It's just no head at all. But yeah,
right,
I play zombies. I don't know why I did that. I'm just weird. But okay,
right,
well I'll be on with you soon. I'll talk to you
right.
soon.
Well,
I
have
had
fun.
fun.
Have a good afternoon then.
You too. Bye.
Bye. So, real quick, this is came out in 2002. So 2001, of course, 9/11, which means so there had to be some posters redone and some other things redone because in the Spider-Man poster post 9/11, the Twin Towers are reflected in his Spider-Man goggles or glass or whatever you want to call them. So they had to go back and change that real quick. And I think there was a trailer with him on top of the Trade Center. So all these things had to be wiped clean before the movie came out in May. So they had months to go through this because it would not be in good taste to have all these images so soon after 9/11. So that was a thing too that was going on, unfortunately. So, I mean, other than that, and it was like I said, it was a good film. I would, if you didn't see it in the cinema, or if you did see it in the cinema and you want to see it again, well, tomorrow's your lucky day. Go online to Cinemark, check what time it's going to be on there, show times, and get your popcorn ready, and go watch yourself some Spider Man with Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire, and I think you'd have a good time. And next week, like I said, we will delve into Spider Man 2 with Doc Ock, which was another epic film with another good villain and another good character that played Doc Ock. So until then, take care. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Good day.